Alright, hello everyone and welcome back. This is part 6 of my Mass Effect 2 Let's Play series. Recap of part 5, we met with Mordin Solus, got through most of the quarantine zone. When we finally met him though, some of the local gangs in the Vorcha shut down the environmental systems in this sector, so now we're going to go turn those on, as well as put the cure for the plague that's going on in this quarantine zone. We're going to put the cure into the air, that way everyone can get cured and all that stuff, and we'll be all good. So we're right there at the control area, of course, as you can see, so let's get moving into that.
We're close to the environmental controls. Let's get that cure in, then hit the fans.
Ooh, hit the fan, baby. Alright, I think it's right through this door.
You don't come here. We shut down machines, break fans. Everyone choke and die. Then collectors make us strong.
I'm sorry, I got a little thirsty there. Yeah, he's dead.
I've had enough of this.
Collectors want plague. You work for Doctor. Turn on machines. Put cure in air.
Yeah?
We kill you first.
Nope, you're dead.
You're up!
Okay, that guy is dead. Let me lift him. We got a boom squad. We've got a trooper over there. Let me get that. I can't get that guy in the back. Okay, it's a pyro. Let me warp him. Okay, boom squad guys gotta go. Pyro should be going soon. Nice. Okay, let me have you pull.
Come on over. You're done!
Okay, let me have you pull him again and I'll reeve. Nice.
The central control system is in an alcove in the center of the back wall. You can inject the cure and reinitialize the systems there.
Well, of course, that's what you would think, but it can't be that easy. You know, nothing can ever be that easy. Let's get some ammo first.
Cure's locked in. Once we get the fans going, we should be good.
Okay, we've got... Ooh, crappy aim. Okay, let me throw that on. Pull him. Okay, I don't need you with a shotgun. Ooh, hit me. Alright, let me do that. You're dead. You're done. Sorry, I was hitting the wrong button. I was hitting shift. I needed to hit space. See if that hits him. Of course not. Nice. Now we've only got one more. We can do a throw at him. Think that got him? Nah, he's still alive. Oh, shh. Run, baby, run.
I've got him.
I think I hit him right in the Johnson. Alright, we're gonna go to the right first. I think there's gonna be some enemies that pop up. Yeah, we got some pyros coming at us. Actually, let me do that.
One left.
There's one more in there. You're done. Okay, we got another one right there. Actually, don't do that. Let me do it.
There we go.
Nice. Easy enough. Alright, let's run in there. Let's turn this baby on. We got one more. Med station now. We're good on Metagel.
One down, one to go. Let's move.
It's not that easy, though. We're gonna have some enemies coming down the walkway there. Mr. Walk Down me, lead me to the building. Of course he missed.
Get over here!
Nice. Nice. Let me get that guy. Man, my aim is terrible. Okay, I just wanted to check the audio levels. We're doing pretty well. Okay, I need to...
Come on over. Got him.
Nice. Let me throw a warp around the corner. Didn't hit him. That's okay. You got her. And we're gonna have more enemies up here. Just kind of checking to make sure before we walk up. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Oh, come on!
Get over here!
Okay, we got a Krogan. Jacob somehow got away from him. Oh crap. Let's let him come over this way. I'm gonna reave him. So glad I have that ability. Let me bring my squad back. They got wrecked by that Krogan. Oh, crap. Okay, we've got another heavy. I think he's dead, yep. Nice. Got him. Almost got him. Damn it. Alright, he's done. Okay. Got a good position here. Okay, we got a pyro.
Come on over.
Alright, let me do this so that Jacob doesn't die.
Incoming!
Alright. Get him out of the way. Cool. I think we're pretty much set, yeah. Ooh, when doors open automatically like that, I always think of the worst. Good thing there's nothing there. Let's turn the fan on.
Both fans are up. That should be it.
Nice. I think we just automatically go back to Mordin at this point.
Environmental systems engaged. Airborne viral levels dropping. Patients improving. Vorcha retreating. Well done, Shepard. Thank you.
Professor, how can you thank these monsters? They butchered those Batarians in cold blood.
I'm gonna smack you, dude.
I risked my life to save you. Hell, I saved this whole damn district. Now you're judging me?
Shepard's right. Batarians tortured you, would have killed you. Right to kill them.
Professor, how can you say that? You're a doctor. You believe in helping people.
Lots of ways to help people. Sometimes heal patients, sometimes execute dangerous people. Either way helps. Go check on the patients. Lots of work to do. Think about what I said.
I don't think he agrees with you, Doctor. He definitely does not.
Good kid, bit naive. He'll learn. Letting him take over the clinic. Should be able to handle it now that Vorja are gone.
Man, Shepard's face. See, this is one of the reasons why it's interesting to become a renegade. Just some of the scarring shows further as you become more of a renegade character. I don't think I've ever done a full renegade. You'll see it in the eyes, I think, in the scarring around the face. So we'll see how bad Shepard turns out at the end.
I honored my part of the bargain, Professor. Now you need to do the same.
Yes. Unexpected to be working with Cerberus. Many surprises. Just need to finish up here at the clinic. Won't take long. Meet you at your ship. Looking forward to it.
I don't think I have anything else, so we can go back to the ship.
We're heading out. See you on the Normandy.
I think the issue, though, is that we do actually transport back to the Normandy. We're going to have to do some stuff. Got a lot of crap. I don't need to go through all of it, of course. So I've been playing a little bit of Mass Effect 2 and, of course, The Witcher 3, but I've also been doing Rocket League on the side, so that's kind of taken up a lot of my time lately.
Welcome to the Normandy, Professor.
Get back.
It's an honor to have you on board.
Yes, very exciting. Cerberus working with aliens. Unexpected. Elusive man branching out, maybe? Not so human-centric.
I wouldn't say they do good work, but yeah, it's mostly the colonies.
The Collectors have been abducting colonists from the fringes of the Terminus systems. No distress signals are sent out. No signs of attack.
There's virtually no evidence that anything unusual happened at all, except that every man, woman, and child is gone.
Gas, maybe? No. Spreads too slow. Airborne virus? No. Slower than gas. Drugged water supply? No. Effects not simultaneous. Intriguing. Fascinating. No distress calls. No signs of resistance. New technology.
We're not doing the
Marvelously
Paragon.
advanced. But what?
You gotta have some ideas, though.
That's why you're here, Professor. We collected samples from one of the colonies. I'd like you to analyze them and figure out how the Collectors did this.
Yes, of course. Analyze the samples. Going to need a lab.
There's a fully equipped lab on the combat deck, Professor Solus. If you find anything lacking, please place a requisition order.
Who's that? Pilot? No. Synthesized voice. Simulated emotional inflections. Could it be? No.
Oh, the close-up.
Maybe. Have to ask. Is that an AI?
I think so.
This ship is equipped with an artificial intelligence.
An AI on board. Non-human crew members. Cerberus more desperate than I thought.
The Collectors have taken tens of thousands of colonists. We'll do whatever we have to do to find and stop them.
Yes, of course. Can't risk being captured like colonists. Need to identify, neutralize technology. Need samples. Which way to the lab?
Follow me, Professor.
Cool. Got the Professor on board. One of the things we should actually go do is go talk to each of the crew members, just sort of get where their heads at after that mission. And also we've got probably a decent amount of research that we can do, so we can go start some of that with the Professor. But let's talk with Mordin, get some more information about him. It's definitely one of the key things about this game. I guess talking with the crew members, you learn a whole lot about the people and really develop some relationships, I guess you can say.
Shepard, how can I help?
You can ask him.
Is the lab working well for you?
Quite satisfactory. Found a few surveillance bugs. Destroyed most of them. Returned expensive one to Miranda. Nothing unexpected. Just need more samples. More collector data, tissue samples, anything you can get, I can use. Find new tech.
That's about the squad.
Are there any medical concerns I should be aware of on the team?
Cerberus personnel in excellent condition. No squad concerns to report. Always some matters, but nothing affecting immediate mission.
Okay, good to know. And we'll ask him if there's... The other thing, you can ask him about any upgrades they want to do.
Any ideas on other ways to prepare for the Collectors?
Ideas, yes. Expensive, but possibly valuable. Can show you.
So then this is what you get. I don't know if he did a prototype. Yeah, an Omnitool. Of course it's for him. We'll research it, and that's good.
Shepard, how can I help?
You ask them again, and they tell you nothing.
Any ideas on other ways to prepare for the Collectors?
Sorry, have done what I can. Focusing on studying collector tech now.
Okay. So that's most of the kind of... the investigate portion is kind of the general, like, hey, how are things going? You know, what's the setup like? And that doesn't change throughout the game, really, at least as far as... I think Mordin's got some interesting dialogue points, but nothing too crazy. But the talking about him is going to be interesting.
Have you got a minute to talk?
Of course. Plague on Omega dealt with. Plenty of time to analyze collector intelligence. Impressive laboratory setup. Missed working for operations with a budget. AI in particular. Very helpful. Best setup I've seen since work with Special Tasks Group.
Ah, so yeah, so that... who are they? The... I guess refugees, the humans that we found in one of the apartments, not the looters, but the other people. We're talking about how he might be part of the Solarian Special Tasks Group, the STG, and he, of course, was, and we'll learn a little bit more about that.
It must have been frustrating working on Omega with such a limited facility.
No, loved it. Limited facility presents challenge. Save greatest number of people using limited resources. Security threats, gangs, mercenary groups add additional difficulty. Quite enjoyable. Plague stretched abilities to limit. Couldn't have asked for more. Also, enjoy. Saving people, of course. Helping the helpless, greater good, all that too. Nice. Retirement after SDG work complete.
Tell me more about the Solarian Special Task Group.
Respected organization. Clandestine. Handles difficult assignments with limited oversight. Recon, analysis, occasional wet work. Identify problems, have neutralization options ready should need arise. Model for Council Spectres based on Special Tasks Group. Very similar.
Explain them to us. Just give us a little bit more background on what it is.
Similar in what way?
Solarians lack numbers, brute strength, military prowess, have to rely upon stealth, intelligence. Agents trusted, given wide operative freedom. Spectres similar, given goal, told to accomplish. Better, funded, of course. Didn't have to buy our own weapons.
Ah, okay, yeah, the STG was better funded. The Spectres are kind of like you're the elite class, but as we know, we're buying all of our own weapons, and maybe that's sort of what he's hinting on.
Is your assistant Daniel settling in all right?
Quite well, safe and secure, neighborhood mostly quiet with Plague gone. Left him the security mechs just in case. Can't be too careful. Also tired of mechs, noisy. Never used them in STG.
So, yeah, a little bit more about that, maybe.
You said you were in the Special Tasks Group.
You said that like
What kind of research were you doing?
like 4 times.
Not simply research. Several recon missions. Covert, high risk, served under a young captain named Kirihi. Studied Krogan genophage, took water, tissue samples from Krogan colonies.
I worked with an STG captain named Kirihi. His team helped me destroy Saren's cloning facility on Vermeer.
Heard he was part of that. Jury-rigged explosive. Always got job done with limited resources. Good captain. Bit of a cloaca, though. Loved his speeches. Hold the line. Personally prefer to get job done and go home. Probably military bravado, jargon, chest pounding. No offense.
Yeah, he was on Vermeer in Mass Effect 1, of course. And the Hold the Line speech was one of the, I guess, better ones from the game. Yeah, it's just, I guess, it'll get a little bit more about him. I think these are the last 2 talking points, and then we kind of get out of here from Mordin.
Why would STG study the genophage?
Krogan rebellion's bloody, dangerous, nearly as bad as Rachni attacks. All species evolve, adapt, mutate. If genophage weakens, need to be prepared.
I think they've got a second sort of measure, it seems.
What was the STG preparing to do?
Military schematics for likely Krogan population growth, political scenarios for attack points. Genophage reduced Krogan numbers. Species aggression unchecked, population explosion would be disastrous. STG helped check Krogan rebellions. Needed to be ready to do the same. Simple recon, nothing to worry about.
Okay.
Why would STG study the
I just picked that one.
Krogan rebellion. All species evolve, adapt, mutate.
Sorry.
If genophage weakens, need to be prepared.
I sort of blanked out on which one I chose, and nature of genophage is exactly sort of what we just kind of talked about, so didn't think it was that one.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Bioweapon designed by Solarian science team, deployed by Turians against Krogans to end Krogan rebellions more than 1,000 years ago. Affects every cell of Krogan body. Commonly and incorrectly considered a sterility plague. Actually adjusts viable fertility rates to compensate for high Krogan birth rate. Stabilizes to pre-industrial population growth levels.
Oh, okay. Interesting. And unfortunately, there's no additional points on that, so we will bid you adieu, Mordin, and keep going.
Nice talking with you, Mordin.
Should get back to work. Need to study. So much data. Here if you need me.
Cool. Alright, good to know. Yeah, let's upgrades. These are the ones we can get. These are the ones we can buy. So let's review. Get the assault rifle stuff. We can't do anything more. Some of them are grayed out. Yeah. Just need more upgrades to unlock them. Let's get more metagel. So that's always nice. Can't get the next trauma module. I think I already have the bonus power. So I don't want to do that. We can research the missile launcher. Get the heavy weapon ammo. Avalanche. Because the cane is I think the top dog. It's pretty much a mini nuke launcher, and it's okay. Nothing crazy. I think we're good there. Alright, so let's head over to talk with Jacob, and actually let's choose our loadout. I can sort of show you what I mean. Yeah, the arc projector is kind of the best heavy weapon in the game, from what I've experienced. I don't mind the Carnifex hand cannon, but I prefer the Predator for now. The Carnifex is too few shots, and I miss quite a bit. You've seen my aim; it's terrible. We don't have to really do a whole lot of that now. Let's just talk with Jacob, see what he's about right now.
Commander, can I help you with something?
Any thoughts on how to prepare against the Collectors?
They spec'd this ship to the original Normandy, but you were there. The Collectors cut her like butter. This armor just isn't top of the line anymore. People will die if we don't upgrade. Alliance had some new toys in secret dev before I left. I could try and pull a few favors.
Cool. Let's see what the ship enhancement is. Yeah, heavy ship armor. Cool. Alright, so yeah, it'll hold it together, and that'll be good. Of course, part of the game is sort of preparing for the attack on the base against the Collectors at the end. And in order to be ready for it, you have to research ship upgrades, and if you don't, you kind of die and you fail the mission. So that's kind of what we're doing. Well, I guess...
Commander, can I help you with something?
No, you don't fail the mission, but crew members die off, and you don't want that. Let's just talk about him for a little bit.
And just talking for a bit.
Sounds good. Have to say you run this ship tight, and we're getting things done. We keep on track, and maybe we'll figure this out. I hope so. I'm not looking forward to the debrief if it all goes to hell.
That's if there is one.
Something specific? Or are you just checking in?
Just kind of checking in. Nothing specific, really.
I heard you were big in the Alliance. Figured we have something in common.
I did some things that caught attention and stirred up the Citadel. That was after the Alliance put me on leave, though. Didn't drive a Mako through a relay or take down a Reaper, but you covered that.
Yeah, what's the sort of big thing that he's done?
What was your proudest career moment?
The job I'm proudest of wasn't for the Alliance. Nobody really knows about it. A Batarian group was plotting to release a weaponized virus and kill the Council.
Wow.
Miranda and I stopped it.
Jeez.
Strange that it wasn't bigger news.
The real work doesn't get publicized, you know that. They say it's better that people don't know how fragile the system is or how close the bad guys can get. So, it never happened. Like you and the Reaper. And that's why I'm here.
Hey, Shepard and the Reaper is a bit different. That's more of not just kill the Council, but sort of galactic domination and galactic extinction. So, but I get your point. Pretty similar in the fact that, you know, they don't happen. Not that, oh, mine was the equal weight of yours.
What led you to Cerberus?
The Alliance sidelined me after Eden Prime. Ended up on a job with Miranda that Cerberus treated like an audition. And here I am.
You don't seem like a results-at-all-costs kind of guy. Cerberus history doesn't bother you?
The Alliance is all politics. Somebody has to take down the bad people. Cerberus keeps that line, I'm on their side.
Okay. Nice.
You make no apologies for doing what you had to. I admire that.
I couldn't go back to the Alliance, not after the cover-up. They did the same to you. General public never knew you were dead or heard the real story of the Citadel.
Oop.
Did you know they used you on recruitment ads? You were the human ideal for like 6 months. Then they replaced you with a composite image they invented. Guess you didn't focus test right. You were actually the Alliance poster boy, and they still dumped you.
Dang. You always this depressing? It seems like a terrible thing. Can't tell people everything. Not true either. With a lot of these sort of crew member talks, I like to keep it at least neutral. Of course, we're still sticking with the Liara love interest, so any sort of love advances will turn away, but just wanted to let you know.
Way to boil it down, Jacob. I hope you keep a better attitude about our current mission.
Don't worry. This is exactly what I signed on for. If that's all, Commander, I'll get back to my duties. There's a lot to get ready.
Perfect. It was a good talk. It didn't end on a terrible note. I think the last time we talked to him, it was ended pretty badly. Let's see if
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Okay. Unread messages, of course. Dr. Chakwas is like, hey, you can come down to the lab and... Oh, it just automatically gets added. Yeah, you can heal the scars and you don't look as freaky, but I kind of like the freaky look.
Mordin's psych profile warned of hyper behavior, but he is like a hamster on coffee.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to be a very productive member of the team. Anyway, how may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
Nothing right now. Anything else, Commander?
Yeah, we can just talk for a
Do you
little
have
bit.
a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
Are you happy?
How do you feel about being assigned to the Normandy?
I was handpicked by the Elusive Man to help fight the greatest threat known to
I
humanity.
think we already did this.
How do I feel? Honored, exhilarated, terrified. But mostly I feel encouraged. Under your leadership, we can't fail.
I mean, we will.
Don't worry. We'll defeat the Collectors.
I trust you implicitly. The moment I met you, I knew I could close my eyes, fall back, and you'd be there.
Ooh, I'd catch
Your
you.
trust is well placed, Kelly.
I knew it would be. Thank you, Shepard. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
I think we're good.
I better go.
Ooh,
Okay.
hey.
Maybe we'll talk later.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe not. Alright, let's go down and talk with... Zaid has no talking points. It's one of the lower things. But we did buy some couplings on Omega, so let's go deliver those to our engineers down in the engineering bay.
The new armor reinforcement.
You're the best, Commander. We just got those FBA couplings installed. Now we only have to calibrate every week instead of every day. We're thinking about celebrating our newfound free time with some Skillian 5 poker. Want to join us?
Come on, Kenneth. The commander doesn't want to play cards with grease monkeys like us.
I'm gonna play.
Actually, that sounds interesting.
Fantastic. I'll get the cards.
You know, beating your superior officer at poker would be a bad career move.
Yeah? Okay.
Sort of scare him into... Nice. 500 credits.
Nice playing, Commander.
Shepard's teasing really threw you off.
You mean that pulling rank shit wasn't serious? Oh man, I can't believe I fell for that.
Nice.
Beat me at my own game. You're alright, Shepard.
Thank you. Let's take a look. Yeah, the FBA coupling's done. Take a look at the assignments. We bought the ice brandy, so let's go deliver that to Chakwas up in the 3rd level. Crew's quarters. Alright, just checking the time, making sure we're not overboard.
How may I help you, Commander?
Got that drink, baby.
I have a present for you, Doc.
Sarah's ice brandy? You didn't. Thank you. I always regretted not opening that original bottle when I still could. I won't make the same mistake again. Why don't we open this bottle right here, right now? You and me.
You
Sure.
crack open the bottle. I'll get the glasses.
I thought Alenko's biotic display might have broken Jenkins' back, but Jenkins pops up and yells, "That was awesome!" Oh, Jenkins. Soldiers like him make the Alliance great. Cerberus lacks the same enthusiasm.
I do have to say, some of the textures, like, you really couldn't have done more work on that. You do so well with, like, face, and the jacket's a little eh. But look at that chair in the back. It's a blurry piece of crap. Why? Why do this to me?
To Jenkins, to Presley, and to Williams.
May they never be forgotten.
Oh, that's a cool looking bottle. Need one of those for the house. Oh. Wasted. Wasted. Alright, let's go talk to Miranda while we're wasted.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Have you got any ideas for potential upgrades we could make?
A few ideas, yeah. Here, take a look.
Nice, okay. Nice. Ooh. Wait, I got some more armor upgrades? Oh, okay. Yep, that's gonna really help us. Oh, that's one of the things. Yeah, I'm not gonna record that, but what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do mineral scanning on my own, probably maybe this weekend or something, I don't know. And it sort of get all the minerals that we're gonna need in order to do all of the upgrades on the ship. You need about 200,000 of, I think, iridium, platinum, and I forget the other mineral. And then there's element 0, which I think you're good with about 100,000 or so, but we'll see.
Commander, what can I do for you?
We already know those two. We'll talk.
You have a minute, Miranda?
Of course. I'm just finishing an operation report. I'm impressed, Shepard. So far, things have gone exceptionally well. As Cerberus operations go, this is one of the best I've been a part of.
Just remember, look at me. I'm the captain now.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. Just remember who's in charge.
I know exactly who's in charge. I report to him regularly. I'm here, we're both here, because he wants it that way. Cerberus gave you a second chance, Commander. Maybe you should do the same for us.
Yeah, maybe.
Cerberus obviously has your loyalty. How did you get involved with them?
I suppose you've earned the right to know. Do you remember when I told you how I was genetically altered? Well, that wasn't my choice. My father created me. He's a very influential man and extremely controlling. He didn't want a daughter. He wanted a dynasty. I ran away as soon as I was old and brave enough. I went to Cerberus because I knew they could protect me.
We talking like regular dad angry, or just like he'll do bad things to you?
How bad were the terms you and your father parted on?
Shots were fired.
Oh, yep, bad things, yeah. I can understand needing protection.
You seem capable of defending yourself. Why did you need Cerberus?
My father invested a great deal in his dynasty. It wasn't a matter of just leaving. I knew he would continue to pursue his investments.
It sounds like a terrible way to think about yourself. Yeah, that's what you call like a house, or I'm gonna buy some stocks. You know, that's an investment, not a human being. I'm investing in you. Terrible.
I assume that Cerberus approved of your enhanced abilities?
Of course. Cerberus fully endorses anything that advances the cause of humanity. Genetic alterations included. But unlike my father and his own selfish reasons, Cerberus and the Elusive Man believe in a greater good. They see the bigger picture, and I feel like I have a purpose here.
You've told me a lot about your father. What happened to your mother?
I never had one. Most of my genetic material is based on my father's tissue. His Y chromosome was altered with an amalgam of desired traits from various sources. How arrogant can you be? The man is completely egomaniacal. Just another reason I had to get away from him.
You talk about yourself like you're just a tool to be used. By your father? By Cerberus?
Maybe. I like to know where I fit in the world. It helps me find meaning in how I was created.
You are who you are, Miranda. You don't need to make excuses for it.
That's easy for you to say. We've both been engineered for greatness, Shepard. The difference is you were great before we rebuilt you. I'm great because of it.
I wouldn't say the alterations are the thing that, of course, makes you great. It's, I mean, because you could have had these alterations and done, like, terrible things. You could have been, like, an assassin for hire. Instead, a shady sort of company, but, I mean, you're trying to help people for the greater good.
Your spirit and personality are what make you great. It's what makes anyone great.
That's kind of you. I'm not sure I believe you, but thanks for saying it.
Yeah, and let's get a little bit about her father, too, before we...
Who exactly is your father?
A businessman, but a very wealthy one. It's ironic. My father believed deeply in a human-positive agenda. He donated generously to Cerberus before I joined them. That's how I first heard about Cerberus, through my father's connections.
Interesting. Okay, and yeah, self-esteem's the same thing we just went over with her, so I think we're good to go.
Thanks for your time, Miranda. I'll talk to you later.
Anytime, Commander.
Ooh, got a few Renegade points. I like that. I know that we can upgrade the squad, but I want to wait until I get sort of my whole crew. Like we're out on a mission or something before I fully upgrade. Yeah, so I think we're about at time now. So let's head actually back to... Yeah, we're not going there. We're gonna go do Archangel. Go see about him. Let's head back into Omega and do that, yeah. I was gonna say, I don't need to sit there through the animation of going back to Omega. We were kind of just there. I would say we got forced to go back onto the ship. Maybe someday. Yeah, let's take Miranda and Mordin along with us. Yeah, and this is what I was waiting for. Let's do Warp. And Defender. Incinerate's pretty good. Cryoblast's pretty good. We'll do that. We'll sort of even ourselves out. Overload's been pretty helpful so far, but I use her for Warp the most. Let's get that one up. We're done there. I don't feel... Yeah, I don't want to change that, so we're good.
The quarantine reports. The plague has been completely eradicated, Shepard.
Good to hear.
Dr. Solus's assistant has been helping any patients with complications.
Excellent. Knew he could do it.
I have also accessed messages between mercenary groups regarding plans to deal with the Archangel. There's a recruiting station at Afterlife that may have information on him.
Well, we already did that, and Archangel stuff is actually over this way. The Blue Suns guy. Well, that's not what we're doing, because we're going to stop here. So we, of course, got Mordin into our group now, eradicated the plague, talked a little bit with all the crew members, and we're setting ourselves up pretty well for Part 7 to go and get Archangel. And we'll find out who he is and a bunch of stuff there. That mission should probably last all of Part 7, and then we'll keep going. Maybe go do some side missions. I might have to go do some planet exploration stuff. We'll see how that goes. But hey, don't worry. I'm not going to do resource gathering in a video. That would be pretty terrible to watch, of me just clicking buttons to send probes onto a planet to get resources. So I'll be sure to do that off camera. But thanks everyone for watching. Be sure to do the usual YouTube stuff on the video and let me know how things are going. Expect another video next Wednesday. Hopefully you're liking them. And we're just going to keep rolling with Mass Effect 2 and see where it goes. So again, thanks for watching everybody. This is Tatman, signing off.